So what is imaging drum and laser printers? The imaging drum is the heart of the laser printer or the copier. It transfers the print image consisting of toners onto the paper. An imaging drum is also called OPC, imaging until or just drum by some manufacturers. The transfer belt moves the paper through your printer and passes it across the drum so that the toner can be transferred. Some similar printers do not have a transfer belt, but instead have rollers that act in the same way as the belt. A printer transfer roll is a component in your office laser print that transfers images onto paper, also known as separate pads. The component also collects any excess toners and routes it to a waste receiver so the ink doesn't collect inside of your printer. Duplex printing is a feature of some computer printers and multifunction printers (MFP) that allows the printing of a sheet of a paper on both sides automatically. The order of imaging process in a laser printer is processing, charging, exposing, developing, transferring, and fusing. The printer laser beams your print onto a metal drum. The drum uses static electricity to attract powered toners to the drum cylinders. The drum rolls the toner onto the paper in the form of your print. The toner is melted and pressed onto the paper by heat from a fuser as it passes through its roller. That's how laser printers use electric charge. A laser printer that can perform two-sided or duplex printing will have a fuser with two heated rollers. Both rollers in the fuser get hot and melt the toner powder onto both sides of the page at the same time. The two rollers inside a fuser work together to melt and fuse the text or image onto a sheet of paper. So how do you maintain a laser printer? Clean the roller with a slightly damp cloth to remove dirt bulbs. Laser printer cleaning sheets can be purchased and are recommended in the maintenance on your laser printer. Use these sheets to quickly clean the inside of laser printers. The sheets are designed to remove excess toner and dirt. Inkjet printing is a type of computer printing that recreates a digital image by propelling droplets of ink onto paper and plastic substrates. Inkjet printers were the most commonly used type of printers in 2008 and range from small inexpensive consumers models to expensive professional machines. Laser printing is an electronic digital printing process. It proceeds high-quality text and graphics by repeatedly passing a laser beam back and forth over a negatively charged cylinder called a drum. An ink cartridge or inkjet cartridge is a component of an inkjet printer that contains the ink that is deposited onto paper during printing. Each ink cartridge contains one or more ink reservoirs. Certain procedures also add electronic contacts and a chip that communicates with the printer. Calibrating a printer ensures that the inkjet cartridge nozzles and printer papers are properly aligned to each other. This process ensures that the colors stay rich, clear, and finished results is of the highest quality. Successful printer calibration also avoids what is commonly known as device drift. Thermal printing is the digital printing process which precedes a printing image by passing paper with a thermographic coating, commonly known as thermal paper, over a printhead consisting of tiny electricity heated elements. The coating turns black in the areas where it is heated, producing an image. So which printers use heat elements for printing? Unlike inkjet printers, thermal printers don't spray liquid ink through a nozzle to produce image. Rather, thermal printers like the Duralabel Toro Max use tiny heating elements to activate or transfer pigments. The printhead is a component in a printer that houses ink cartridges. It's typically located under the cover of your printers, and it can become clogged with ink over time, so make sure to clean it. An impact printer is a type of printer that works by direct contact of an ink ribbon with paper. A metal or plastic head strikes the ink ribbon, whereby the ribbon is pressed against the paper and the desired character impression is printed on the sheet. An impact paper is a short document that explains the significance of your research work. Researchers or students often use impact papers to answer questions related to impact of their research on the current knowledge in that field. PDF stands for Portable Document Format. Essentially, the format is used when you need to save files that cannot be modified but still need to be easily shared and printed. Print file is the term used to describe a file that has all the specifications necessary to produce high-resolution print output without requiring any additional alteration or intervention. In other words, a commercial printer can use the file as submitted to successfully create the desired print materials. Printing a PDF file as an image bypasses that processing by sending the printer a simple image of the document instead. This process can cause images and fonts to look slightly rougher, especially at the edges. In computing, a virtual printer is a simulated device whose user interfaces and API resembles that of a printer driver, but which is not connected with a physical computer printer. The XPS file format acts as a virtual printer for programs such as Microsoft Word, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe After Effects. Instead of printing a physical copy of your work, the XPS writer creates a finished digital copy that can be distributed or printed at a later date. So what is plastic filament? This technology is most widely used with the two types of plastic filament materials, such as ABS and PLA, but many other materials are available ranging in properties from wood files, conductive, flexible, etc. FFF was invented by Scott Crump in the late 1980s.